Hey, this is going to be Tuesday, November 5th, advanced class, not regular, doing 2 different poems. Make sure you're doing the correct poems and go through it. There is a bell work behind me we're going to get into in a moment, and you're going to get a chance to hear a bunch of them here in a second, too. So what you're going to do is for the bell work, you're going to write what are called battle haiku, which is your chance to attack a person using your haiku, following all the haiku rules, except for the part where you have to write about nature. That part you get to toss out to the side. And so there's examples up behind me there, plus you're going to get to hear some kids' melodic voices in a moment and hear some of theirs. And they might attack me because I can't call on all of them because, time. But we'll try to get through that. I'm assuming all of your hands are because you're volunteering to go, not because you have questions, right?
Yes.
Okay. When you give yours, you're going to have to go slowly enough that I can count your syllables. So you're going to do a line, stop, do a line, stop, do a line. All right. So hopefully that helps you out from there. Those of you at home, you can either pause or you can listen to our examples from there. Grace, let's let you begin.
This one's about my dog.
Okay.
You like to bite me.
He likes to bite me. Okay.
Silly dog, you idiot.
Silly dog, you idiot.
Bark, 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 all day long. Wait,
Bark,
all day.
bark, bark, all day. I mean, I guess you could have done like bark, bark all day long, but both of them work. Well done. Snow.
Okay. I don't like this seat.
I don't like this seat.
I'm always in the back seat.
I'm always in the back seat.
I don't like the back.
I don't like the back. Well done. I mean, you haven't been in the back in my class until just now.
But I'm always in the back seat because my last name is like in math I'm in the back.
But not-
in the back. In every class.
In my class, you weren't in the back until
Which is why I like sitting there. I wasn't in the back.
until choices were made.
I didn't use your name.
Casper.
Yes. Alright, mine's about Karen.
Poor Karen. Okay.
She deserves it. Karen the boomer.
The boomer.
Wants to see the manager.
Wants to see the manager.
Ruining the fun.
Ruining the fun. That works nice. Kemp.
Oh, okay. This one's to my brother.
Okay.
You can be so dumb.
You can be so dumb.
Grounded is what you will be.
Grounded is what you will be.
Silly boy, ha ha ha. Or, silly boy, ha ha.
Silly boy. Ha ha. Almost got an extra ha in there. Towels? That's you.
Oh, this one's about James Harden.
Okay.
Your beard looks stupid.
Wait, you look stupid?
No, your beard looks stupid.
Your beard looks stupid. Okay.
Your step back things are not cool.
Your step back things are not cool.
Burnt baked potato.
You say burn,
Burnt baked potato.
burnt baked potato. I'm actually okay not understanding that one. I'll just roll with it. Amblin?
Okay, guess what? It's about you.
Oh, I thought that was like your first line. Like that is. All right, go ahead.
Mr. Brovicast.
It is 5. I've had that one before.
You are a teacher, I guess.
You are a teacher, I guess.
Your classroom is cool.
Your classroom is cool. Not really sure how to read that one, but thanks. All right. Pumps.
You are annoying.
You are annoying.
I genuinely hate you.
I genuinely hate you. It's a tough word.
You curly-haired sheep.
You curly-haired sheep.
I didn't say his name.
Tig.
Okay, I didn't say his name either, okay? Blonde streak through his hair.
Blonde streak through his hair.
He looks unintelligent.
Looks unintelligent.
What a dumb loser.
Dumb.
Where's the key?
Riley.
Here's something that could brighten up the room. She is an artist.
She is an artist.
Lazy, smart, funny, and cool.
Lazy, funny, smart, and cool.
I'm speaking of me.
I'm speaking of me. Nicely done. Well done on that one.
Imagine liking your
Happy.
Cute little faces.
Little faces.
Why are people scared of them?
Why are people scared of them?
Rats are such
Rats are such hotties. Don't know why that didn't come to me immediately.
It's a point from one of the rats.
Stein?
This was about Thanos.
My dad.
Go ahead.
The end is coming.
The end is coming.
He snaps his purple fingers.
He snaps his purple fingers.
Disintegrate you.
Disintegrate you. Nicely done. That works. Jury?
This is on James Charles.
That's one I know. Okay.
Can't find the right shade.
Can't find the right shade.
Looking like a rotten orange.
Looking like a rotten orange is one.
Someone please help him.
Someone please help him. I know that one. All right. Well done. Malia.
I want you to guess who I'm down.
Scared, but okay.
Thou clothes not saucy.
Thou clothes not saucy.
Shakespeare.
Okay.
Thou art not a shouty man.
Thou art not a shouty man.
Thou art not big brain.
Thou art not big brain.
Me?
Trump? I don't know. Beyond that, as someone who's not smart and has clothes and is a man, I was going to go that one. I just wasn't really sure.
I got it!
Threw shade on Shakespeare. All right, wasn't positive. All right, my last three, you've already gone. You don't show off. 1, 2, 3, you didn't make the cut.
No, please!
You already went. We have to move on to learning. You didn't make the cut. Andre. One more time?
What?
Whoa.
It's a Portuguese food.
Okay, I still didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll trust you.
I didn't hear it. Portugal is the best place.
Portugal is the best. That one I got.
Delicious food there.
Delicious food. That one I got also. Nice one. That was my 1, and then you were my 2, and then you were my 3rd.
Do commas count as?
No.
Okay, good.
Unless you say the word comma, then no.
Comma. Okay. Fourth period. Great.
4th period, great.
Okay. Third period is the worst.
3rd period is the worst.
We are much better.
We are much better. Nicely done. And then my last one over here was that. I pointed at someone over here. Was that
That's me.
you? All right.
A soulless monster.
Okay. Shakespeare. A soulless monster.
Mr. Brovicast is rude.
Mr. Brovicast is that 7.
With a heart of coal.
With a heart of gold. Nicely done.
Coal. Are you trying to get yourself into a good person? You snake! You were bending my words.
It was worth a try. Apparently, we'll come back to some of these. They seem to be somewhat inspiring. So, but now we have to move on to learning. On yellow sheet, if you're not done writing your haiku, then you can keep that out. Otherwise, you can haiku off to the side. We're going to look at yellow sheet. On backside, go over to the side that says glove and lions, and we're going to take a look at that one. With this poem, this is not so much a speaker poem. It's more like a short story poem. We're going to have to figure out like who's in it, what's going on, stuff like that. How many stanzas in our poem? 4. So we're going to pick our readery people, although we might not get to you yet. Because if you're like stanzas 3 and 4, mark yours, but you might not actually read until tomorrow, just to make sure you're aware of things. All right, so we'll go robot, we'll give you stanza 1. And then Kemp will give you stanza 2. Girl who's angrily in the back will give you stanza 3. Nicely done on that one. And we'll go Amblin will give you stanza 4. So, as
Can I read the title?
there it is. So, so as we get into poem, read stanza 1, and then figure out who's in it, where is it taking place, and then there's a couple other things we'll get into. Basically, for now, who's in it, where it's taking place, maybe what's happening, but I'm not sure we'll get that far.
The Glove and the Lions.
By James Leigh Hunt.
Lee, go ahead.
Lee.
King Francis is a hardy king and loved a royal sport. And one day, as his lions fought, sat looking on the court. The nobles filled the benches with the ladies in their pride, and amongst them sat the Count de Lorge with one for whom he sighed. And truly 'twas a gallant thing to see, that crowning show, valor and love, and a king above, and the royal beasts below.
Well done. By the way, stanzas 2, 3, 4. Make sure you mark yours. I'll have to yell at you later if you know tomorrow we get tired. King Francis was a hardy king and loved a royal sport. And one day, as his lions fought, sat looking on the court. The nobles filled the benches with the ladies in their pride, and amongst them sat the Count de Lorge with one for whom he sighed. And truly 'twas a gallant thing to see the crowning show, valor and love, and a king above, and the royal beasts below. Our first thing is going to be where it's taking place. It doesn't really come out and tell you in the poem, but it's going to be a place where you have lions fighting, and you have a king watching over, and like all of these like rich people like around seeing it. So what location is it going to be?
Coliseum.
So a Coliseum, big like stadium in the old days kind of thing, or math class. Either one could work. And so you have this big area where they're going to be, and then let's see, I think we should have the word mongst and the word 'twas. Mongst. What word would you better recognize that as?
Amongst.
And 'twas is?
It was.
Now, here's where the question comes in. There is a reason why the poet used the word mongst as opposed to amongst, and the word 'twas as opposed to it was. Your hint is haiku. So using that information, why did he use those words? Pumps?
Syllables.
Is correct. Is for the syllable count. So this is not a haiku. Unlike third period, like, is it like a special? I'm like, no, it's not a haiku at all. But sometimes in poems, you have to have a certain syllable count as you go through. Like, kid who packed his desk. You already lost your points. Now you are in teens. And so it gives you an idea, but you have to have like that certain syllable count as you go through. And so that's what we're doing here. You have mongst as opposed to amongst, which means when you guys write your haiku, you can steal this idea. If you're having trouble getting your syllables to work, you can take two words and then just smash them together and be like, I'm big brain, and then smash them together, and then it makes one syllable, and then sometimes you can end up making it work. All right, next up, characters in here. We've got like 1, 2, 3 and a half characters, depending on sort of how you count them. Main character. Who would main character your person be?
King Francis.
I would go with King Francis. He's the one that's sort of running this whole show. He's the guy that's like the main top dog. And then our second most important character? Count de Lorge is sort of like his hot friend who's hanging out with him. And so you have King Francis, who's main dude, Count de Lorge, who's like his hunky friend who hangs out with him. And then we have two other sets of characters, which are a little bit tougher to figure out.
Lions.
Not lions, but a good guess. I'm not going to count them as characters, although they definitely exist. Robot?
Nobles and the ladies.
So that's going to be one part. We have the nobles and ladies, which is basically like his crew, his squad, who are rolling with him. And so he's like, I'm all big brain and having a good time. And he has like this big crew that's rolling with him, which are all the rich people. The nobles, the ladies, and all the counts and stuff like that. And then there's one more character who should count if you can figure out from there. Spilling off.
One lady that Count de Lorge likes.
Is correct. The one for whom he sighed, meaning there's someone that's connected to Count de Lorge. What does that mean if it says he sighs for her?
I cried.
Love.
Well, you know,
Likes it.
I would go more for the... I'm not sure I'd throw that L word around quite so quickly, because there's every chance there's kids here at school that you sigh for. When you see them in the hallway, like, look at that. when you see them like walk by, but then they might not sigh back at you. They might go, "Ew, creeper, stop." And like even though you sigh at them, it's like a one-way sigh.
We don't give them
Oh, whatever. I see you guys all the time. When I see the girls in my class look across the room and go, as they stare across, like, that's not a sigh, that's like a deep breath with an inhale. Yeah, that's what a sigh is. And so it's the exact same. So that's what he's doing. He sees girl that he has his deep breath and exhale for, that apparently he has emotions towards. Now, whether she returns emotions, that's coming up in a moment. Then, ooh, gallant, because this plays a role in a moment too. What does our word gallant mean?
big.
Amblin?
No, this one was for the other one, for the side
We'll
thing.
come back to that on side
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Now we have to get to gallant and Spencer.
It's like royal. It's like.
You started off so confident. And then you went to That's not so gallant of you, but it was a good.
It's like.
It is like brave. Gallant is more than brave. It is brave with a certain target audience. So, gallant is when you are brave when you're trying to like impress ladyfolk. So, if you're a dude, it's a gallant thing, like when you like defend a girl from a bully, or there's like that big puddle and you throw like your coat over the puddle when she's trying to. That's gallant. Oh. Tomorrow we will finish out the rest and go from there.
You know who put a sign that she got dead yet, right?